thought about it till after the surgery.
Shannon Smith is checking out the new visitor center called the Discovery Portal at Seattle Children's Research Institute.
I think this is a great opportunity to get out in the community and make sure that they understand the behind the scenes of what Children's is doing. Some people have a personal experience with Children's, but there's a lot of people that don't know what goes on until they need it one day.
Shannon and her family had a personal experience with Children's Hospital. When her youngest daughter was only 5 weeks old, she had to spend a week at Children's for some serious surgery. Her appendix was near her heart and it had to be removed. She also had to have part of her intestines repositioned. The surgery was a success and prevented a future heart problem. Shannon says she appreciates the opportunity to learn more about the research behind the care that helped her daughter and so many other children.
Brand new experience for me, just seeing Children's from the other side. I saw the hands-on and how they helped our family, but the research that goes behind the scenes, amazing. And the fact that they're doing so much in so many areas, I can only imagine where this is going to be 20 years from now.
It's a great way to introduce our community to the work that we do here and get them excited about science, whether it's a young student or a donor who's coming in to visit, or a collaborator, potential collaborator. It's an introduction to who we are and what we do.
The exhibits at the Discovery Portal are fun and interactive. You can even take a selfie and become a permanent part of one of the exhibits as a member of the community, because that's such a big part of what Children's is all about, community. And it's not just designed for adults. There's something for all ages to experience as they learn more about the Research Institute.
All of the imagery in this exhibit is really beautiful, and science is beautiful.
Dr. Amanda Jones helped design several of the exhibits here. She is the Director of Science Education Programs for the Institute. Part of her job is to engage local young people to learn more about science and the Institute, because they are the future.
We're really excited about this as an opportunity to showcase the amazing work that we do here at the Research Institute. People have the opportunity to learn about our researchers, about our donors, and about the patients and families who've been impacted by the work that we do. So we can, communicate that to the public, but it's also a great opportunity to bring in school groups and students and give them a chance to learn about how amazing science can be, and hopefully inspire them to be the next generation of scientists and physicians who will work here someday.
The Discovery Portal, located in the Seattle Children's Research Institute building, is in downtown off 9th and Stewart. Visitors are discovering not only the new visitor center, but also just how much research happens at Children's.
We've been doing research at Children's Hospital ever since we were a hospital, but really in the last 10 years, having all of the researchers concentrated in one site and also really rapidly expanding has allowed us to really go into overdrive in terms of making advances and better understanding pediatric illnesses.
There are now about 1,500 staff members at the Research Institute. 400 of those people are what's called principal investigators. These are scientists leading research studies, digging deeper into a variety of pediatric illnesses and conditions, from HIV treatment, nutrition, to gene therapy, to studying the effects of screen time. And a lot of times, those scientists are also physicians treating at Children's.
So one of the really great things about the way Seattle Children's works is many of our researchers are at the bedside. Some of the best ideas for how to treat diseases and some inspiration comes from what clinicians are seeing at the bedside. They can bring it back to their bench, investigate it, and hopefully advance our understanding, and then take whatever knowledge they develop back to improve care at the bed.
This is one of our portal hands-on displays.
Dr. Andrew Scherenberg is one of those scientists who is also a physician at the hospital treating patients. His work is featured at the Research Institute. He leads a team looking into genetics and how gene editing can dramatically change the health of patients.
And my research program is focused on the problems that I see in those clinical contexts. So we see patients that have inherited defects in immune function, and one of the most tangible examples for people is the bubble boy. People who have such defective immune function that they effectively cannot live outside of being protected in some way from infections. We treat them very differently now through bone marrow transplantation, but there are limitations of that and some of our other treatment approaches. So my lab works on methods to directly fix the defective genes in those patients.
And the research that is being done here is not only helping children in our own backyard have better health, it is truly making an impact across the globe, saving more lives, one child at a time.
We have aspirations to make a difference at a global level, and the Research Institute allows us to do that. So this is where researchers have the opportunity to come in and use what is an incredible infrastructure. So what you see as the Discovery Portal is our interface with the public, but the quality of the research space that we have inside the rest of the building is the other part of that. That's what allows us to operate at a world-class level in hopefully everything we do.
Whether people are battling cancer or cystic fibrosis, or I have a friend whose son had a liver transplant, my daughter had surgery, they are extensive in all that they do. And the fact that they're trying to stretch that further with their research is just amazing.
Watch CityStream Thursday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or get video on demand and podcast anytime at seattlechannel.org.